Hey guys, so this upcoming reading, um, you ever just woke up and like something was wrong, but you didn't know what was wrong? Honey, I felt like I really needed to look into the Kata situation again. I wanted to look into his accomplices. I kept it short, but um, I kept it short, like it's a short reading, but I feel like the Holy Spirit just ended the reading in such a perfect way. So this is that, and continue to pray for Kata's family and loved ones. And we'll watch this thing play out because I definitely feel like there's more to come. Let's get into it. Were there people involved in this case, in the situation, that either knew beforehand what Keon planned to do or were made aware after and helped to cover him up? Were there other people? Whoa, that was quick. So beforehand, this is a yes card for me, right? But my guys also know it's kind of like a maybe type of energy, right? For me, from this particular deck, it's kind of like a maybe, right? So the fact that we got two cards, two questions were asked. The first one: were there people who knew beforehand what he was going to do? And with this particular card coming out, it may be people who he either said something to or showed some interest about Kata, but they didn't. Yeah, they didn't think that he would do something like this. Right. That's that. They didn't think that he would do something like this. They may have thought to be having a conversation in passing. Okay. They didn't know he was a stalker or that he was aggressive. They didn't know that. See? We got this hidden aggression or pursuing type of energy. They didn't know that. They did not know that. Okay. Now, this card, on the other hand, after the fact, some people who may have hidden or covered up this situation or their knowledge of it or helped him in any way, this is an absolutely yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's really nothing to clarify on that. Yeah. Listen. Oh, yeah. So they may have known she was deceased or that she was killed. And they may have helped to hide this secret or to keep this secret. The Hermit card is definitely an energy of secrecy, or carries that for me. Yeah, there's an energy of complicit or complacency. What's that? What's that, Temperance, for me? Yeah, I'm getting that it's probably a good three people at least outside of Keon, um, who actively helped to hide some things or to cover something up. Before I started this reading, right, it's a three total. What's this mean? Hold on, y'all. Okay. Huh. They may feel okay. They may have felt forced to comply or to help him in some way. I feel like these people won't be held accountable. They won't be held accountable for what happened after the fact. I'm sorry, show me clearly. Yeah. I feel like there are three people after the fact who either helped or were aware or knew that he was hiding this situation, but they won't be held legally responsible for his actions. That's just that. This could be someone who felt forced to keep a secret, who felt like it was out of their hands, or like they didn't have a choice in the matter. Not out of their hands, but that they didn't have a choice in the matter. Yeah. They were like, I don't know, it could have been a threat. Threatened to stay quiet, to keep a secret. They were manipulated in some way to keep it on the low, to keep it hush. Okay? Period. That's what I'm seeing. I was gonna say at the beginning of this reading, like before, when I was sitting after I said my prayer and everything, and I shuffled all these decks of cards because I was like, I'm about to get some answers, right? So I was asking my guides. I said I just want to get information on the. I wanted to say the people that helped, and immediately, accidentally, quote unquote, accidentally, I said the three people. So I feel like that three kind of came out involuntarily, which indicates to me that there are likely three people who are involved here. So I kind of want to see who they are or see what Spirit shows me. Okay. Let me sit a second and figure out what deck I want to use. So Spirit is showing me that there may be more than three. I'm getting kind of closer to like five. But some of them will be held legally responsible and some won't. Like not all of them. Right? That's the energy that I'm getting. Okay. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I watched a video today on the YouTuber channel, Shanitra Speaks. And I watched it when I went on my walk. And there was this young lady, Gabby. She is one of the people that told the police, no, that he had called previously to kind of ask about Kata, right? Just kind of get some, I guess, background info. I don't know if this is when they first met or when he first had seen her and showed some interest in her or whatever the case. Just kind of asking, like, you know her, where she stay and stuff like that, right? Even though he already knew the area that she stayed in because apparently she used to walk her dog in the neighborhood all the time. So I tried not to fault her for not going to the police with that information, because what she said was she wasn't putting two and two together that just because he had asked about that girl that he had done something to the girl, right? Because she didn't know that crazy side of him, right? The unstable side of him. She said that was like just my friend. He was actually my friend. So she hadn't put two and two together. But when one of her friends urged her to call the police, she was adamant, like, I don't talk to the police. That kind of ran me hot. Because it's like, baby, I really don't give a damn what your discomforts are. Like, we're trying to find this young lady. Like, that's got to matter more than whatever it is you holding on to. She was like, I didn't want no involvement. Like, I understand. I get it. I've been in that position. But I sure was like, here these guns go that he gave me. Okay? I talked to them mugs immediately. I'm just saying. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I digress. So she would probably be one of the ones, because people are like, she should have told him where she lived. What difference does it make? He didn't go to her house that we know of. And then even if she hadn't told him, she's in another state. So he could have just sat and watched her in the neighborhood and knew where she lived anyway. So, that's no big deal. So she may be one of the ones who Spirit is referencing. But let's just see what comes up. Okay, let's see what comes up. Show me clearly, please. No question. Okay. Okay. We'll clarify. Ooh. The Hermit. We'll clarify. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to use this deck. I felt like I was, so. We'll clarify. You saw that card? Let me show you. Sudden wealth. So that could indicate someone was paid to do a thing, to not mention a thing, to dispose of a thing. I don't know. Let's see. With this first card, the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords has so many meanings, just traditionally in tarot. It can be a card of conflict. It can be a card of disagreements. It can be a card of jealousy, envy. It can be a card of competition. Definitely sneakiness. Definitely theft. Definitely bullying. Definitely abusive relationships. All of those are connected to this card. So let's see what this means and what it is that we are referencing today. Seven of Swords is another card of like sneakiness, theft, deception, liar, dishonesty, betrayal. Ooh, God, no. Getting away with something, acting strategically, trickery. And then we also have the magician. The magician is a card of action. Can be a card of self-confidence. In situations like this, with this right here, the magician, with these two cards connected to it, previous goosies, the magician is a sneaky mofo. The magician is someone who thinks, oh, I'm smarter than them. Like, I can make something happen. Someone who is clever, maybe manipulative, manipulative, narcissist. And then we got the star card. So let's clarify the star first. So the star card being clarified by this King of Cups with the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So this energy, to me, says that, okay, this is somebody who helped him to cover this up. This is someone that he had a type of emotional tie or connection to. This may be someone who is like going to fight to protect you. Could be a, listen, could be a parent, could be a friend. Because we got this Page of Cups here. A sibling even. For sure. I'll take this stuff then. Yeah, this is someone that hid this, that turned a blind eye. Who's this queen? Somebody that you have an emotional bond or tied to. It's so crazy because I'm getting this masculine energy, but I'm also getting masculine energy, but I'm also getting like feminine energy as I'm clarifying this Queen of Pentacles. We got the Lovers here. And the Lovers could be someone that you have some type of intimate connection or bond to. So that intimacy could be that you share your secrets with. So this could be mama. This could be family. Or someone that you had a romantic relationship with. Somebody that he trusted for sure. That he may have known for a long time, if not all of his life. Yeah. Look at this, masculine. I'm going to support you, though. You know I got your back. This is somebody who's not going to fight him. He may give them money or share resources. There's some type of financial exchange. Yeah, for sure. So there's somebody who had his back in some way. Who was going to have his back in some way. And I feel like they are a relative. Oh. You speak the truth. They're relative. They may be someone, someone who is has some type of authority. That King of Swords is someone who has some type of authority. But they're also related. They're family. Like, I'm going to look out for you. Right? I'm going to support you. Create a diversion and not speak on it. Create a diversion. Create some confusion. And turn a blind eye. Or keep your secret at least. Definitely someone who yeah. I want to say someone who he shares resources with. So that's probably like financial. With that Three of Coins coming up. This is a collaborator. Teamwork. Effort. This is a cleaner upper type of energy. What's this justice card? Yeah, someone doing something to keep things from coming out. To protect someone from a tower. This is somebody that would make excuses for his behavior, his reaction, right? Like, you tell them, oh, I snapped on this girl and this what happened. And they're going to say, why? What'd she do? That type of energy. Well, goosies. They're going to be like, why? What'd she do? For sure. Hold on a second. Show me clearly, please. Yeah. Family. With that lover's card. Doesn't have to be romantic, but it's family. This could be someone who either helped him get rid of the vehicle or went somewhere and came back for him. But there may be messages, texts, phone calls. Yeah, maybe this somebody that helped him hide some shit. Okay, straight up. I'm really getting masculine energy there, though. I'm getting masculine energy strongly. They would be disappointed in him. They're going to show up and try to protect this person, defend this person. I was going to say, try to keep mama from finding out. Shoot. That's what that looks like, honestly. I'm going to shuffle those before we start again. So this next one, we have the Hermit. The Hermit carries with it definitely the energy of secrecy, the energy of hiding something. You see how this person's sitting here alone in the dark. The Hermit carries the energy of isolation. I was going to say exclusion, recluse type of energy. Let's clarify the Hermit. Again, King of Cups energy. We also got the Hierophant energy. So the Hierophant can be an official, someone who wears a uniform, someone who shows up as clergy. But I'm getting, look at this, the darkness and the light right next to one another, right? So who they appear to be in public are likely not who they are on a soul level. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is somebody, yeah, buddy. This is somebody who people would look at and be like, he's so sweet. But they know they got a side to them that people don't get to see very often. What I'm saying, when I'm saying what I'm saying. Y'all saw those cards flipped out, right? That's the King of Wands in reverse. That's the Knight of Wands in reverse. That's the Ten of Wands in reverse. The King of Wands in reverse is toxic masculinity, like unhealthy displays of masculine energy. Someone who would abuse their power in certain situations. Someone who would hold grudges, who could kind of act like a bully. This is not somebody who would hold somebody like accountable. They want you, they're not going to encourage you to do the right thing. All right? We also got the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. So that kind of suggests the energy of a misunderstanding or a delay of some sort, right? And maybe just kind of doubting that something is either going to go away or going to go in your favor. You also have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Hold on, I feel like I need to sneeze. Gee, hold on. Well, y'all would thank me for not sneezing in y'all ear. Anyway, that Ten of Wands in reverse can be like the energy of being like under extreme pressure or feeling super burdened by a situation. Let me see what this Ten of Wands is. Yeah, it's like I'm disappointed in this, but I'm going. Listen, I'm disappointed about this. I don't know how it's going to turn out in the future, but I'm going to try to fight for you or protect you or defend you in some way. Yeah. I'm keeping this secret. Ten of Wands in reverse. Masculine energy. Mind you, we were clarifying this Hierophant. Let me see from this deck. Hold on a second. This is somebody who's keeping your secret though. They're not trying to give anybody clarity. They're not trying to have something come to light. Why? Because they have these deep emotions for you. King of Cups energy. Who is this Hermit? This is someone that you would go to and say, look, I have this issue, this thing happened. And they're going to say, okay, hold on. Let's just try to figure things out. We're going to make you really pause to think how you can handle a situation. But they are like someone in authority. Or they have some type of authority perhaps over this person. This is interesting. Okay. Is this a feminine energy? I'm looking at this person right here, this wealthy man as the King of Pentacles. I'm looking at that because from the previous readings as Keon's energy. But this is this person connected to it. What are these? What are these two? I wasn't really getting feminine energy. This somebody he used to deal with or used to talk to or was connected to in the past in some way. But they may not talk as much anymore. Yeah. But they still, yeah, Queen of Cups. But they got love for this person. They got love for him. Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. Collaboration, working together. Okay. Y'all, this is absurd to me. Because you know what? Like, it looks like this could be somebody who did... Like, my first thought was the burning car when I saw this. That was my first thought. It doesn't have to be that, though. The Ace of Wands is just an energy of action, taking action, right? But it's also someone who's, like, so stressed behind this whole situation. But they're trying to show this person love and be supportive. Yo, I have a 20-year-old. And for I feel like many years, I told him, baby, if you do something That's against God. Don't come to me asking me to hide shit. Like, don't do it. Don't expect my support of you through foolishness that I know from a moral standpoint you know better than. I don't know where his moral compass is. I told y'all about his energy. That baby energy is giving, like, I was gonna say therapy, but it felt deeper than that. Like psycho energy. So when I see things like this and people supportive of someone not being held accountable, especially for knowing what the outcome was, I just cannot relate. I can't relate. This would be someone who would try to make it look like I'm trying to be helpful here, but they really ain't telling you shit, or they're not giving you the, yeah, absolutely, but they're not giving law enforcement the information that they actually know. You know, it's like, have you seen Keon? No, but Keon in the back room, shit like that. They would intentionally say, yeah, he went to so and so, like to send you that way, so they can send Keon this way. And it doesn't feel like, yeah, and it doesn't feel like they didn't hesitate to do it. They didn't hesitate to do it. They were very aware that this young lady was deceased. Very aware. They may have hid him out or helped him to hide evidence or her remains. Oh yes. Young. So this could be someone who switches from their masculine to feminine energy, which means they're in their masculine when they're trying to take care of things or show up for, but they're in their feminine in regards to like trying to nurture or support this devil. So the gender, I'm not really getting what their actual gender is. Let me see. Look at that. Okay, I got the deck in reverse. A male. So y'all remember on the first reading that I did, a dark male. They don't have to be dark or dark skin, but they probably is. But this is definitely my card for someone who just carries a dark energy. Remember I said, like, this is someone who is about that life at their core, but on surface it's like, hey, how are you? They seem to be someone who is honorable. Hey, how are you? I'm so glad to see you. Stay blessed. Yeah, that's wild. Okay. This last card, sudden wealth. I'm telling you, all 3 sevens, sudden wealth, it suggests just what it says. It suggests like money or payment or windfall of some sort. Hold on, let me hydrate. Oh, Jesus. What is that? Who are his parents? Excuse me. So we got this sudden wealth card, guys. And it's so crazy because I was just talking about this energy of high honor. This is the type of person that do YN activities, but your parents are like, he's such a good kid. He's so kind and innocent. What is this mature man? This could be somebody. I'm telling you, look. So I'm clarifying this mature man. We got the Ice King, which is that King of Swords energy, that authority figure, that person with a little power. maybe over this young male or they're young by heart, whatever, with the young male and the obstacle here. Someone is trying to keep, protect this young man from this obstacle, perhaps. So this could be somebody with this high honor coming out who has a little pull, who has a little power. And you'd be surprised, guys, because like we always look at that as like, oh, that could be a cop, or listen, I've definitely seen and done cases where the cops working with the criminals. Okay? I mean, like, working with them. Like, we know you killed that person, but that's okay, because now we don't have to investigate this case. Or that way they don't dig further into what that person actually did. Because that would expose us and the business deals that we got going on the side. Like, it really be some stuff like that. Because somebody got a contract here with the hood. Yeah, what I'm saying. Somebody got a contract with the hood. We go way back. This is like a partnership. So your problems are going to be my problems. I don't need them investigating you. Gifts. Present surprises opening. I don't need them investigating you. Because if they investigate you, they're going to investigate me. Absolutely. And this is a masculine energy as well. So see, when I see certain videos online where mofos are like, they didn't protect her and all this extra, like the men, I'm looking at some of these men side-eyed, like, okay. I don't know. I'm looking at a lot of them side-eyed. I feel like that didn't really give us anything but, you know, what we kind of already felt or knew. Is there anything else that you would like to show me? Archangels. What else is that? The truth. Okay. The truth will be revealed. The truth will be revealed. I'm going to leave that right there because that's just poetry. The truth will be revealed. What is hidden, what may not, something that may not be what it actually appears to be, the truth will come out. Okay? I'm going to leave it there. That's why I was in a couple of Kato Scott discussion groups just to kind of see some things that I had to leave because I don't even want to do all the speculation and whatnot. Because, yeah, it's good that y'all are doing it, though, because that keeps the police working, I think. But I ain't going to be a part of it. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. That's a lot of masculine energy, though. It was like maybe one female energy, older, but that was a lot of masculine energy. We'll see. Justice for Kata.